I've got some ratings news for the Oscars, which I thought was quite funny.
I also want to point out about the dresses and outfits that were on the red carpet. Most of them are ugly.
Okay.
Each year it gets uglier and uglier.
Okay.
I don't know why people subscribe
Some years
to
were
that.
better than worse. There were some that I thought were pretty good this year. There were some that were rough.
Well, Zendaya's outfit was really nice. Like, I like that one.
Okay.
But I don't know. They're
Brett's
just
like,
getting...
this is not a fashion podcast.
I'm sorry.
Women, keep it together.
I was literally starting a new subject, but go on.
Yeah, I just think it's super ugly.
Okay.
Like, a lot of their ideas are ugly and nobody has creativity. That's all I have to say. Goodbye.
Well, now that she's ruined the flow of the show. No, I'm just kidding. All right. There's Oscars. As far as ratings, I found two very interesting articles that I know you will appreciate as far as like framing for this topic. The first one from Deadline and the second one is from Collider. It says Oscars viewership hits a final 2022 figure of 16.6 million, still second lowest ever. Ceremony breaks social media records with slap heard around the internet. An update. But then you go over to the Collider one and it says Oscars saw a 51% ratings increase but failed to top pre-pandemic numbers. So the focus of that is, we can go back and forth between these two, is that even with a 16.6 million and a 51% bump, it is still the second lowest Oscars night ever. The other one being the year before. So I do wonder what would have happened. So it says, second update, 9:25 a.m. Will Smith has finally apologized to Chris Rock for slapping him during the live Oscars telecast. It says, inching up a touch from Fast Nationals of yesterday morning, the very dramatic and historic 2022 Oscars captured 16.6 million viewers and a rating amongst adults 18 to 49 of 3.8. I am getting so annoyed with Hollywood and like all the different records that they're obsessed with record breaking. First person born in the Eastern time zone between the hours of 3 and 5 in a hospital with the name Judas in it. And then it's like some weird record that nobody will ever care about, but they make a big deal about it because they're obsessed with making history, even though it's not objectively any actual history. It's just fancy record keeping that nobody cares about.
Yeah.
But they never want to keep these records. Last night, the worst Oscars since, well, last year.
I just like wish there was a group of like anarchists inside this system who are like, yes, excellent job. Their secret meeting right now, they're like, okay, it works, guys. This is the worst ratings yet. The system's almost collapsed. We've almost brought it down.
If it wasn't for that damn Will Smith and that damn slap heard around
They're
the
the
world.
ones who are really mad at the security guard for not keeping Will in his seat because they're like, it would have made it less interesting.
It's literally a cabal of librarians who want it to be as boring as possible.
Yeah, like people who just like are like, there's no way for us to prove that this is a system they shouldn't trust unless the whole award season show collapses.
They've hated the Oscars.
We're going to take it apart from the inside.
They've hated the Oscars their whole life, and they hate it so much that they infiltrated the Oscars to make it somehow even more boring.
Or they just realize it's like the dying appendage of a system that's corrupt. So they're like, well, how do we... It's basically killing itself, but how do we make sure it continues on its path? No one can revive it. Not you, Will Smith.
Somebody needs to make a cabal...
Sorry, this is my own personal conspiracy theory.
Is a cabal of Oscar haters who have infiltrated the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. So it says,
like, we need a new system, and we can't start our own until this one comes down.
Yes, from the ashes, a new award show will be brought anew. I can see it. We should do this.
I think it's not a bad idea.
Timothy Chalamet can play the...
It's already happening.
It could be happening already. So it says, inching a touch up from the Fast Nationals yesterday morning, the very dramatic... Okay, so we go... According to the Nielsen time slot breakdown, the 2022 Oscars saw no significant surge in viewers after the King Richard star took a whack at comic rock for a crack about Jada Pinkett Smith's hair.
He didn't even help them.
Nope. Well, actually, I have another article that contests that. There was a jump of around 640... Okay, that was what I saw. 614,000 viewers in the 11 p.m. to 11:14 p.m. slot. The very coveted 11 to 11:14 slot.
When he took the stage again. So it's after everyone was like, they're letting him back on?
They're just like, is that okay?
I wonder if there's always a surge, because he won like Best Actor, right?
Yeah.
I would wonder if there's always a surge
for Best Actor.
Yeah.
Yes. So do they still call it Best Actress, or is it called Best Female Actor now?
Female actor.
Is it?
That's so stupid.
Miracle said that with great certainty, which means I don't think it's true.
No, it is now.
I have no idea. I don't know if they say
Fine.
actor. I don't know if they say actress or if they say male
Why are
actor
we
or female
destroying
actor.
Our language.
They hate the term actress.
Well, like Brett made a good argument, like for people who are destroying our language, how you say it, because like if we talk about like people in a verbal way, it's harder for us to make an argument, so it just shuts up people automatically.
She's talking about when I was trying
When
to
you're
make it.
on
I was trying
IRL.
to make an argument about Demi Lovato's. We were talking about Demi Lovato here one day, and I kept saying she, and Miracle kept saying she's not. It's not she. I
It's
just did it.
they.
She goes, it's they. She's they. She's they. It's they. And I couldn't get it right, so I just gave up. So
Because you're a good boomer.
effectively, I was silenced by my own desire to not be
Yeah.
offensive.
I think that does have.
So it takes advantage of a person's goodwill and my desire to not hurt anyone's feelings, even though objectively she's never going to care what I think. I was raised in a way that you don't want to hurt people's feelings.
yeah. Hold on. I think there's another topic that I can
I
circle
just
back.
see again. I'm so
Yeah.
Demi. I'm so sorry.
Are we talking
This-
about Ezra Miller today?
Yes. at
Okay.
the end.
I want to follow up with what you're saying when we get to the Ezra Miller.
Okay. Good call. Yeah.
Nice.
I saved that one to the. There's a couple of good ones at the end where I was like, I have a hard. Somebody was bringing up the other day. The discussion. It's like smart men or great thinkers discuss ideas. Smart thinkers discuss situations, and and then stupid people discuss people. Whenever we discuss this stuff, I'd rather discuss ideas or situations around him and what they mean for the world at large. But the person is just the backdrop for which that conversation
And it's
takes
an indication
place.
of a trend or
Yes.
something that's going on in culture.
Yeah, so I have a hard time with it. But back to ratings. So it says, yet even with all the attention that the Smith and Rock Dust Up and Aftermath, the actor's long speech was actually the second highest slot of the more than 3.5 hour long show tonight. Maybe that's the problem. They were all pissed because they took a bunch of the awards off the live ceremony. They should do like a fast pass version of this where they try to where they hire a like an auctioneer to do it all.
That'd be so funny.
They should do that. Like try to do a 1 hour Oscars.
I would like to see it if they like had celebrities be like, look, we can live present you guys winning your award, or we'll donate $10,000 to charity of your choice.
And see which ones
See
what they
which one
choose.
they choose.
Guilt them into choosing to not give a speech.
Yeah.
She's a genius.
I feel like I would love that's what I want to see. Like we could do this. You could, if you guys win, we could broadcast it, but you could also make a charitable donation. And they're like, but I like the attention.
But you have social media. You could just do that on social media after, couldn't you? We also need activist reporters to go in and be like, so did you, what are you going to do with your $140,000 gift bag? We know that you don't need to accept all of the award, all of the gifts. Are you going to do anything with that might, I don't know, help other people?
No, I will not.
They're going to take those prizes and run because celebrities. So no time slot specific metrics are available, which is weird. But overall, the 94th Academy Awards looks to be far and away the most social Oscars telecast on record, says ABC. Yeah, I mean, for all the crap I'm talking about how it did in the ratings, let's face it, most people aren't consuming media in the legacy format anymore.
Yeah, the
I don't know
measurement
if-
of like success is really changing quickly.
We did a topic we covered recently where when I watched Halo the other day, I had to basically cleanse my palate with episodes of the show SEAL Team, which I love, and that's a show that started out on regular television, then moved to like a model where it was first on regular television, then on Paramount Plus. Now it's only appearing on Paramount Plus. Media is just slowly shifting and getting away from these live performances, but who will be able to live without the Oscars? I may never know.
Definitely not me. I watch it with anticipation every year.
Of course.
Have I given you that impression?
My
yet?
favorite thing is the level of disdain that you share. That you share for this. I have a very similar level of disdain, but find a way to somehow, I feel like I should be more diplomatic in how I approach these topics. But I love that you can share any and all levels of unhappiness.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad I can add to the show.
It's what we have you here for.
Thank you. My disdain. The thing is, there are just ways of measuring success for movies that I wish got more attention. I mean, maybe I don't because they would become more corrupted if they had more corporatization. But the Oscars are not something that I buy into or respect. The people who run the Oscars never seem to represent my value. So why would I care who they pick as best actor?
The best meme was, it says Amy Schumer runs in terror if she finds out that you can get slapped for bad jokes.
Yeah, I mean, like, somebody on this committee decided that this was a good format, and I don't like it at all. So why do I care what they think anyways?
Exactly.
Me and Jada over here, not caring about things.
I do want to call out whenever we talk media censor, or how the media frames things, whoever the Yahoo Entertainment article writer was that chose this portrait or this still of Will Smith clearly does not like him. Mm-hmm. And clearly was like, you know what? I love Chris Rock. Roll with the New is my favorite album of all time. We're going to get him with this screenshot.
There have been a couple bad screenshots of Kourtney Kardashian from the Vanity Fair party that I'm like, man, somebody gets mad she's dating Travis, or I don't know what. Like, it is interesting. You can see, or like, you'll see it with politicians too, whoever their photo editor is. Like, they'll just pick this, you can pick screenshots from like them giving a speech, and one article will pick like the one where they're like bright-eyed, and the other one will pick the one where they're like glowering and looking down. Those are,
let's say, or like a great example of an interview is when Jordan Peterson did his GQ interview, and he's lit with just the harshest light you've ever seen. He looks like a super villain. Mm-hmm. It's like he's having this soft-spoken conversation.
It's like such a admission of how they feel about him.
Yeah.
Like, he is a super villain to them. He's promoting ideas that they don't agree with.
And I was like, but then like you look at there's harsh lines, done through lighting on his face, and then you hear him talk like in his very Canadian, very kind, very gentle, and you're just like, how do you like justify this for this when the way he talks? I just always boggle my mind. So clearly, whoever wrote this article about where they talk about the 600,000 view bump that his speech got, clearly does not like him. And I think that the only one who comes out of this is Chris Rock coming out looking like people will be mad about the joke, but they'll say he was telling a joke. It was his job. He likely did not write it. I would like to know that. Like, did he write the joke, or did he just agree to tell the joke?
And is that worse or better? Like, if you know a joke's like maybe not in good taste and you agree to tell it anyways, is that a defense?
And then you ask, well, they're paying me this much money. Do I really have a right to offer editorial?
And you have to go back to like, what's their contract?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I think if you're going to get filmed saying stuff, you should be careful about it.
See, we're asking good questions. Mm-hmm. These are questions that need to be asked. Otherwise, nothing changes.
What's the next like award show situation?
I got you.
Is the Grammys next, or did that just happen?
I can't remember. It's like,
remember, Kanye is banned from the Grammys because of his social media posts, but Will Smith can slap the living crap out of Chris Rock and then go up on stage.
They're investigating him later, 2 days later.
Yes, we have.
To be fair, they couldn't have banned him beforehand. He didn't slap him beforehand.
We at the Oscars have investigated ourselves and have found we have done nothing wrong.
Everything's okay.
It is all, there's either no blame at all, or all the blame goes on to Will Smith, and we, the Academy, bear no responsibility.
We just haven't decided yet. We're thinking about it. Depends on what you guys think. If you guys are still mad at him at the end of the week, we're going to be mad at him too. But if you're not, we're just going to let it go.
That's
I think how it goes.
That's the world we're in right now.
Yeah.
You just go whichever way the wind blows for it.
Okay, April 3rd, Grammys. Yes.
Okay, there you go. So is Kanye going to be real?
How do we top the slap at the Oscars since the Grammys?
They let Kanye back, and he just gets to gets to live.
They're now like, how do we get him in here, because he would have really spiked our ratings.
They give Kanye access to like the Grammys Twitter account and Instagram, and he just gets to post stuff all night.
He gets his Zoom conference in, and he's like he is the presenter.
He's
not allowed to physically be there.
No, he gets to do the Taylor Swift speech interruption to every single person.
He's just on like a screen on one side of it. Like, he just gets to like press a buzzer and be like, I don't like that decision.
Yeah, he gets like a button that cuts the mic of whoever's on stage, and then just gets.
And they're like, we don't know how he did that, unless you guys thought it was funny. And then in that case, it was our idea. Mm-hmm. But if you didn't like it, we're against it too.
Exactly. They always get to win. The corporation always gets to win. It sucks. Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.